So y'all really thought we were gonna make it through the holidays in peace? Huh? You thought Christmas was gonna come and go without hearing from Miss Tamar Braxton? Oh, honey, that's cute. But if you genuinely believed that, you don't know Tamar, because quiet, not her brand. And here we are, right on schedule, with another situation. Now listen, the reason Tamar's name is all over your timeline again is because of Mendices. Yes, that Mendices, the one who's been with Yandy for years, the same man who was very much in a whole relationship with somebody else. Everybody knew this man was taken, but apparently Mendices decided to sit down for an interview and drop a bombshell, talking about how he and Yandy were never actually legally married. And of course, Tamar hopped on social media to let everybody know that she was never messing with a married man.
Let's be like this. Part of the problem with this whole thing was, Tamar, is that I was never comfortable with the relationship that you and Mendices had in front of me, okay? All of that, you at the music video shoot in your booty shorts, sitting on top of him meeting us up at restaurants every time we met up. I was very uncomfortable with it. And if we gonna tell it, let's tell it all. So since you were throwing a party for a friend's birthday party, do y'all want to know why I did not get out the car and go upstairs with Tamar when we got back to her house? Because after her and Mendices got through kissing in the back of that goddamn car, I figured they wanted to be up there privately. That is why when we got dropped off at Tamar's house, I did not go upstairs. I got in my damn car and went home because you was sitting on his lap in that goddamn Uber and y'all was kissing, okay? And
girl, okay, but here's where I'm confused. What exactly are we saying here, Tamar? Are we really gonna sit here and play word games about what counts as married? Help me understand. Now, let me take y'all back a little bit. When all this mess was first bubbling up, Funky Dineva got caught in the middle of it. Funky straight up said he felt weird being around Tamar and Mendices because of how they were acting with each other. The energy was too comfortable, too affectionate. And you gotta remember, Funky is cool with Quad. Quad is tight with Yandy. So imagine being in that position where you're watching your friend's fan getting cozy with somebody else right in front of your face. That's uncomfortable. They were crossing lines that shouldn't have been crossed. So, Mendices comes out publicly and admits that he and Yandy never actually filed their marriage paperwork. Not when they first got together, not ever. He went to jail, which obviously put things on pause, but even after he got out, still nothing was filed. And that's when Tamar had something to work with. And work with it she did. Tamar inserted herself right into the conversation. Her comments basically confirmed that something was definitely going on, whether she wants to admit it or not. But here's my question. If nothing happened, why are you even speaking? Innocent people don't usually feel the need to explain themselves this hard. In the interview, Mendices is talking about how he and Yandy weren't on the same page anymore.
People don't really know how to take, the rumors that were starting to circulate about you in the streets, because it was like, dang, if she held him down.
So even if me and Yandy decide to break up, it's no one's business but our household. Right? So if you see me acting inappropriate, it's appropriate for me. It's maybe not for you, because I'm sorry you wasn't in the group chat when we decided that
we won't do that.
You know what I'm trying to say? I'm sorry you was in our bedroom when we had this conversation, and and that's the problem, because a lot of times these rumors, we so private that we sit back and we laugh at it. And it doesn't affect us like the way it affects the public. People be like, oh, y'all should be more transparent and let us know.
Ain't your business.
Yeah, we gotta figure out how to let our children know.
Right,
that's
exactly.
Right. What's the status of you and Yandy right now?
Are we not together?
Y'all not together. So y'all getting a divorce?
Well, we never was like legally married, so I don't know what a divorce. Like,
so the rumors are true that y'all just did it for TV.
Listen, I didn't do it for TV. I think, listen, it was Yandy's idea, right? Because in the beginning we had I was going through legal battles with courts and fines, and she said, let's not sign the papers, and I was like, all right, cool. And then I guess it kind of just stayed that way. Then we got married again, and then we still ain't.
Yeah, because I was at one though.
Yeah, you was at.
I was there and I had a good time.
Let me tell you something. I was shocked.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful. That was about it.
Yes,
beautiful.
I remember the special.
Yeah, listen, but you gotta think about it, right? If I look back now, I see what people going through divorce with assets and stuff like that.
You escaped. I'm going through.
We don't gotta go through none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
you won.
It kind of worked out.
How long have y'all been split, and how was the split? What was the coping?
So I've known Yanni for like 20 years, right? So right now we've been probably split up for over a year. 20 years, you don't. It's like that person helped change you who you are today.
Yeah.
You know, you grew up. I matured in so many ways. Messing with Yandy, like I wouldn't be the man who I am today if it wasn't for her.
That's a beautiful thing to say.
So she made me look at family different. She just made me look at life different. If I show you how closed off I was, I wouldn't be even sitting here having this conversation. So, it's just unfortunate that, after time, we couldn't just get on the same page.
If you've watched Love and Hip Hop over the years, you could kind of see it coming. Yandy is a hustler. That woman is ambitious, she's driven, she's building empires. But somewhere along the way, it seemed like the relationship started taking a back seat. And from what Mendices was saying, it sounds like he was trying to get her attention and wasn't getting it. Now, before y'all come for me saying, but she held him down when he was locked up. Yes, she did. Absolutely. But that doesn't mean things can't fall apart later. People can grow apart, but we're not here to dissect their relationship. We're here because Tamar made this whole thing about herself. So Mendices does his interview, and within hours, Tamar is on social media talking. Why though? This is between him and Yandy, but Tamar's out here stressing that Mendices was never married. Like, that's the gotcha moment. But if you weren't involved with him, why would you even know his marital status? Why would it matter? Make it make sense. And then Tamar really took it to another level. This woman posted her Cash App talking about if people called her certain names, they need to pay up. $10 if you called her a liar, $20 if you said homewrecker. She framed it like people owe her an apology and should send money to say sorry. Said people need to run her up if they were talking about her. Girl, what are we doing? Look, I don't think the content creator who broke this story lied on Tamar. I think he was fed up and told the truth about what he knew. And honestly, everything he said lines up with what Tamar herself is saying now. Because allegedly, Tamar told this content creator that Mendices told her he wasn't married, and supposedly, she told him to come out and say it publicly. Well, he said it. So now it looks like the content creator was telling the truth all along, and Tamar's own actions are confirming it. Here's what I think is really happening. I think Tamar loves the attention. I think she plays in social media drama because she knows it keeps her name trending, and everything she's doing right now is just proving everybody's point. Because if nothing happened, why are you so pressed about the homewrecker label? That's what y'all are missing. The problem was never about whether Mendices had a marriage license filed at the courthouse. The problem is that he was in a committed relationship with another woman. He had a family. So Tamar can say, but he wasn't married all day, and it still doesn't change the fact that he was unavailable. She's worried about labels when she should be worried about actions. It's giving clout chaser energy. The comments under her posts are all over the place. Some people are reading it as her denying involvement. Others are taking it as her admitting she was involved, but saying she wasn't technically a homewrecker because there was no legal marriage. Either way, she doesn't realize she's confirming the very thing she's trying to deny. And look, I like Tamar. I really do. She's talented, she's funny, she's been through a lot, but I'm starting to think she needs some help, some real support. Because this behavior has gone too far. It's disappointing to watch, and honestly, I'm concerned. So here we are on December 26th, and Tamar's already given us a whole saga. We still have days left in this year. Who knows what else is coming? Because with Tamar, it's always something. I just wish she would use that singing voice as much as she uses social media. But what do y'all think? Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you're not already subscribed, hit that button because clearly,